Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome, one and all, to another episode of Magic Universe with Sharonah. And I am your radio host, Magical Mama, and as some people like to call me, the mystical fashionista, Sharonah Rapseik. And I am an angel whisperer. Yes, I really do talk to angels. I'm also a tarot master reader and an angel Reiki master and a life coach and a teacher of the magical and intuitive arts. And I'm coming to you live today from the Big Apple, New York City. Well, folks, it's kind of a rainy day here in New York City, so perhaps the sun is shining where you are. Now, there's a new, full, big, beautiful moon in Libra coming up in the skies to you tonight. So later on the show, I'll be talking a little bit about a little moon magic. I am so happy that you are joining me here today. This little radio show is all about awakening and embracing your inner personal power and self-confidence and creating magic and miracles in all areas of your life. And we do this with a little bit of help from our angels and guides and, of course, that divine and loving conscious energy of what I call the magic universe that we are all each a part of. So, folks, are you ready to be who you really are? Then join me during this hour, and I am going to invite you to step in to your true magic. This show is brought to you by the Psychic Talk Radio Network. That's the one and only radio network with spirit and Psychic You. Please visit www.psychictalk.net to learn more about our past and upcoming radio shows. You'll also learn more about our hosts as well as learning about the online courses that we offer at Psychic You. And maybe while you're there, please check out my course, the Certified Angel Reiki Practitioner. Now, this is the only online course where you get certified both as a Yasoi Reiki Master and an Angel Reiki Master. This show is also brought to you by the IAAP. That's the International Association of Angel Practitioners, which is one of the first worldwide organizations that was formed to educate, celebrate, and support spiritual practitioners and entrepreneurs around the world. So please visit www.angelpractitioners.com to learn even more. And finally, today's episode is also being sponsored by the ARE of New York City, which is a nonprofit organization formed by a core group of service-oriented volunteers, all inspired by the work of America's psychic, Edgar Cayce. So to learn more, go to www.areonline.org edgarcaycenyc.org. Remember that Edgar Cayce is spelled with a Cayce spelled C-A-Y-C-E followed by N-Y-C. Okay, Magic Universe with Sharonah is a live call-in radio show where we talk about such topics as angels, crystals, energy healing, tarot and oracle cards, astrology, synchronicity, law of attraction, and also how to raise your energy or your vibration. And this is so that you have good high vibrations and much, much more. The Magic Universe is on the air live, always on the second and fourth Sunday of each and every month. You can listen to our show on the World Wide Web at psychictalk.net/live on your internet browser. But you can also listen into on your phone. And you do that by simply calling in. But I want to remind you, this is also a live call-in radio show. So if you would like some more information about today's topic, a mini reading, an angel message, or a little angel Reiki, or even just to say hello, the number to call is 714-816-4628. Once again, that is 714-816-4628. That's to listen. So remember, if you want to be live on the air, you need to press the number 1 on your phone keypad. So that will flag us on the switchboard that you wanted for us to take your call live on the air. But don't hang up because you will lose your spot in the line. We also invite our listeners to join us in our chat room post. And you do that by going to psychicnet/chat. Okay, now it's time to rock and roll. Today, I'm going to be doing, as I always do, open lines, angel Reiki, and free mini tarot readings all show long. And I also have a special topic today. I will be talking about angel magic and using the angel colors. So I want you to know that we are surrounded by angels, and they are very helpful whenever we need help, healing, or protection. And the only thing that you need to do is you need to always ask the angels for help and draw in their loving energy. And most people work with 7 major archangels, and they are Uriel. Some people also work with Ariel, Gabriel, Jophiel, Raphael, Michael, and there's also Zachiel, and an angel that I'll be talking a little bit more about, Shamuel. Now, the easiest way, as I said, is you could just call out. You don't have to do it out loud. You can just reach out with your mind and communicate with your angels. I was talking earlier today with a really wonderful, loving person about how the best way it is to bring in the Archangel Michael. Perhaps he is the most famous of all the archangels. And one of the things that I love to do is call upon them by imagining their colors and picturing in your mind that color surrounding you. So Archangel Michael is, he has a big, beautiful royal blue ray. That's the color of his aura, or his halo, as we like to call them. And whenever you feel that you need protection as well as healing, you want to surround yourself with the color royal blue, because royal blue is the color for Archangel Michael. Now you might want to say, well, isn't that my imagination when I vision royal blue surrounding me? But I want you to go back to the word imagination and the word imagine. And you'll see within it is the word magic. You know, imagine is imagine. And when you work with magic, you start with your imagination. And it makes all of this very, very simple to do. So let's just talk a little bit more about the 7 major archangels. I also associate them with the chakra system. You know, we have energy systems within our body that are different colors, and they vibrate with different frequencies. And these frequencies also vibrate with angels and their colors. So whenever you want to work with Archangel Uriel, you want to picture red, the color of a red sapphire, and you want to bring that energy in. The virtue of the Archangel Uriel is peace and security. So whenever you feel that you need peace in your life or security, you want to picture that you are being surrounded by a beautiful red bubble, that it extends around you, and what you're doing is you will be drawing in the beautiful red ray of Archangel Uriel and his virtue, which is peace and security. Now, we have another chakra, which is the sacral chakra. So whenever you want to welcome in creativity and as well as purity, and if you want to manifest something, you can call in the beautiful Archangel Gabriel. Now the color of Gabriel's aura is a beautiful orange or copper color. And when you draw in this copper color and you have it surround your aura, you bring in Archangel Gabriel. So moving up, we have the color yellow. And it's a beautiful yellow. And we want to draw that light. We want to surround ourselves with that light and draw that light into our solar plexus. And there we have Archangel Jophiel. And her beautiful light, I always picture Jophiel with a beautiful feminine energy. But remember, the angels really aren't male or female. They come to us in the way that we feel comfortable working with them. So somehow for me, I always see Jophiel as a beautiful woman, and she also brings with her beauty. So if we want to feel beautiful, we want to feel self-confident, we want to bring in the beautiful yellow ray of Archangel Jophiel. Now, at our throat chakra, when we're speaking, when we're present, when we want protection, that's when you might want to bring in the most famous archangel of them all, and that is the Archangel Michael. Now remember, his ray or his halo is royal blue. So you want to bring in protection, but you also want to bring in willpower. If you're going to be speaking or putting yourself out there. So you can simply bring in the Archangel Michael by bringing in his beautiful sapphire or royal blue color. Now moving on up, if you want to bring in your psychic powers or your intuition, a really wonderful archangel to bring in is Archangel Sakiel. Now Sakiel has an absolutely beautiful violet or purple halo. So bring that in. You want to invoke your intuition or your magical powers. And finally, I want to talk about an archangel that a lot of people are not familiar with, and that is Archangel Shamuel. Now, Archangel Shamuel we call the archangel that helps us find things. So if you lose something, maybe you lose your keys or you misplace your cell phone, that is when you want to bring in Archangel Shamuel. And his color, I always envision it as being a beautiful rose pink, but some people see his color as a light green. So remember, Archangel Shamuel will help you find things. Archangel Shamuel will also help you find your true love or your someone who can help you. So that's when you call in Archangel Shamuel. And I often see him as having a beautiful light green colors, but pink is also really wonderful too. And finally, we want to talk about Archangel Raphael. Now, Archangel Raphael comes in with a beautiful green color, a green ray, and he brings healing, particularly emotional healing to our heart. So just envision the color, a beautiful color of emerald green. Draw that light in and feel that Archangel Raphael is healing you and lifting your spirit. So it's all so simple. I always tell people working with the colors of the archangels or just working with the colors is almost like Sesame Street. It's all so simple, but hey, it works. So I invite everyone to work with the colors of all the archangels, draw in all of their beautiful colors, and you will be able to see the magic that comes into your life. Remember the word imagine. That's all about magic. Okay, everyone. It's time to take a few phone calls. So I see that we do have some people who have called in. So I am going to take some calls right now. So I'm going to go to the switchboard. Of course, first I want to check and see if we have anyone in our chat room. So let me look in the our little magical universe chat room and see who is listening in and who might have a question that they want an answer to and they're not able to call in. Okay, let me go back to our switchboard, and I am going to take a call. I'm going to be calling upon whoever's area code I see is 111. So I think you might be calling in on Skype. So hello, caller from area code 111. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Okay. You're live on the air. So I'm going to what I'll do is I'm just going to put that call back in the queue. And sometimes technology works with us, and sometimes it doesn't. So I will have to come back to that call. That, once again, if you're listening in, that's area code 111. I love that number because 11 is my number in numerology. Okay, so I'm going to put that call back in line. So we have to give our technology a moment to make the switch over. And then I am going to be going to area code 469. So just give me a moment so that we can make the connection. And we're watching we'll be hooking up in a minute. We have our magical switchboard. Caller from area code 469. You're live on the air. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Okay. Don't seem to be, hello, caller, area code 469, calling on you. Okay. The technology doesn't seem to be working. I'm going to put that call back in line, and I am going to be, I think what we'll do is we'll talk a little bit about a little moon magic while we see what's going on with our switchboard. Okay, as I said earlier, we have a full moon tonight. And the full moon is in the astrological sign of Libra. So as we know, Libra is the scales. And, Libra is all about balance and working together and finding harmony and justice and cooperation within our community. Something that we need a lot of today. So, you think of the scales, you think of justice, and we think of give and take. So we have a full moon, which is in Libra. One of the things that I always love to do with a full moon is I make a vision board. I also like to journal. But also, particularly with this full moon in Libra, I like to make sure that I'm not carrying around any baggage or ideas or habits or even people that no longer suit me that I need to shake off. So one of the things that I will be doing tonight is I'll be journaling. I'll also be making what is known as a vision board. It's a very powerful way that you can get ideas about what you want to bring into your life. So I usually journal and say, these are the things that I need to let go of in my life. And these are the things that I have now made room to bring into my life. It's kind of like feng shui. You want to move some things around, even if it's like cleaning out a drawer or reorganizing your closet or, just doing things that shake up the energy. So you want to do that for tonight's full moon and work with its amazing energy that we have in Libra. And look for balance. Establish where you want to be in your relationships, and if you need to set any boundaries. So, and also, if you can get out tonight, look up at the sky and look at that beautiful moon and bring in all of that beautiful energy. Okay, I'm going to go back to the switchboard again and see if we can take some calls again. So I am going to be going to area code 256. Hello, caller. Are you there? You're live on the air.
I am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you. Thanks for calling in.
Oh, you're welcome. My name is and I'm from Georgia.
Okay, you're from Georgia. And I didn't catch your first name. First names are really important. Hello. Hi. I hope you're enjoying our talk today about the magic of angel colors.
Yes.
Do you work with angels?
I do, as a matter of fact, which is why I called into your program. I do.
Yeah, they're always there. You know, I like to think that we're surrounded by them, and they only want us to reach out and let them know that we need a little help, and they are more than happy to step in.
Yeah.
So is there something that you'd like for me and the angels to help you with today?
Yes. It's in reference to my career path. First, I'd like to let you know that I've been teaching in the public classroom for about 17 years. But my dream was always to be in the healthcare or the healing arts. And I have been accepted to different schools, but just unmitigating circumstances didn't allow me to go to the school at the time. But I've applied to a Vedic school. But right now, talking about my day job, I am looking for, I start a school next fall. But I am looking for something that will allow me to be more creative and to give me more of a leadership position. And I am going for an interview for a different type of position, but it's still in education. And I'm just wondering if this is the path that I am supposed to go down, or is it something else?
Okay. So you've applied for another position, and you're starting school in the fall. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know that eventually that you're going to be, although you do like teaching very much, and it is a healing modality. You know, teachers are great healers. You know, your intuition is telling you that you need to cross the bridge and that there is something better for you. And you need to honor that. And that there is, you know, that there is something that is going to bring you greater joy. And by greater joy, I mean that you will find the mission of why you're here in this lifetime. You realize that the healing arts are something that you're here to do. I believe that the classes that you want to take will be really good for you, that are coming up in the fall. And you will do very well with those classes. But also, I'm seeing that that you can start doing your healing work right now. That you can do a balance of the two things. That bringing healing into the classroom where you are, that's a good place to start.
Okay.
But you definitely have healing energy around you, and that you can bring a lot of hope to the world and show them how, they can balance everything. Everything that's coming up today has to do with balance. But, in order to get started with that, you have to keep one foot in the material world and one foot in the spiritual world.
Right.
Do you, it's interesting, I'm also getting, do you do any kind of work? Not only, I know you work with children, but do you do any work with animals?
No, I don't.
Something to look into. You have the healer's touch. So you have a lot of healing power that is coming through your hands and to work with that energy.
Okay.
And you're very creative. You're constantly coming up with a lot of really wonderful ideas. But what you need to do, and this is something that you can do tonight with the full moon, you have to pick, you can't do all of them at once. So you have to pick one, as well as your career that you're currently doing, and, focus and keep focused.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, well, I hope that's helpful. Continue to stay on the path as a healer because you've got the gift. And, definitely keep calling into the station. I welcome you as a fellow healer and light worker because you do have that power. So it's good to know you, and it's good to know a fellow light worker. Many blessings on your journey.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I'm going to put you back so you can listen. And
okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take another call before I go to what we call the bottom of the hour, where I tell you about what else is coming up here on the Psychic Talk Radio Network. So I am going to a caller who is calling in from area code 801. I hope you're enjoying our call. Who am I speaking with, and where are you calling from? Welcome.
Hello,
Hello.
Sharonah. This is Charlotte.
Hey, I know that voice anywhere. You're another light, it's like, I think today we're going to get a lot of light workers who are going to be calling in to say hello. Welcome, my dear.
Well, thank you.
How are you today?
Well, I'm great.
Yeah.
How about yourself? I'm loving the show so far. I love the whole color, chakra, angel connection. And it's really a powerful thing. And it's true because, a lot of times when I do readings for somebody, I will be given a color for them. Well, it always seemed odd to me, but I would be given a color and a word. And I wouldn't know why until I was finished with the reading. And then everything would be clear why I had been told that color and the word, because then the reading made it clear. But I always thought that was interesting, and I never knew anybody else that kind of happened to, and I stumbled upon it by accident. I just was listening, to Spirit and what they had to say, and, these colors were popping up. So when I saw what your show was going to be about today, I was excited and very glad this was your topic today.
Yes. Are you getting a color right now that you want to share with everyone?
Blue. Blue is, I wasn't until you said that, and then it was like a giant burst of blue. So Archangel Michael must be stepping forward to take care of us and look after us and help us with this full moon, help us cut those cords to things that are no longer serving our higher purpose. And as he cuts those cords, we can also let the full moon help us let them go and disappear into the cosmos and somewhere along the line be transmuted into love rather than negative energy.
Yeah.
Or unnecessary energy, I should say, because it's not always negative, it's just unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly something that I am going to be doing tonight, is calling on Archangel Michael, to cut all those cords. It seems like we've been, we need to cut the cords that are fear-based. We've been living in fear and not in love.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I was having a conversation with someone earlier before I went on the radio show. And, I always think, Michael is about communication. And we're getting, we're not missing communication. There's so much communication and social media that's out there that I find that even when I go onto Facebook or social media, I bring in Archangel Michael. I think that's very, very important, that he guide us,
You don't know what you're going to run into. And sorry about the background noise, but my old senior dog, my legged dog, was not real steady, just stepped in a metal dog food dish, and then it was crazy noisy. So I apologize for that, and for anybody whose eardrums that may have broken.
Yeah, I'm sorry to
with
hear.
the cracking sound, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, so yes, I agree with you about calling in Archangel Michael, because seriously, you never know who's gonna call in, what you're gonna run into, or who's gonna need the extra help. Quite frankly.
Exactly. Yeah, I love like putting, Archangel Michael and his blue light. I put him for protection on my right side, and I love to put Archangel Gabrielle with her copper light in front of me, and particularly when I go out into the world, and of course I want Raphael in there with the healing. And, of course, I'm doing a show. I want to bring in Zakiel to enhance my intuition. But one thing that I know, I picture, when you get color, Charlotte, do you picture, and I see archangels handing you crystals, and those crystals are those colors. You know that?
Oh, that's interesting, because I am drawn to certain crystals on different days, and I load my pockets up with different crystals every day, because I have these two little glass heart-shaped dishes that I keep little, pocket-sized crystals, and I always go out with different color crystals in my pockets every day, and it's just different ones that have called to me, and I'm like, well, okay, I guess you know what I'm going to need, and that's how I go. And then at the end of the day, I know why, why that was the case. And it's just like, when I was a guest host with Dax and Rose, and they wanted me to talk about a crystal, and hematite would just not knock it off. I mean, it was like, you're going to talk about me. You're going to talk about me. And it was really great because I ended up digging deeper than I would have and found out a lot more. And I'm like, and because of what was going on in my life, I was like, okay, I needed to know some deeper meanings about this. And, you know, surely there are other people besides me that needed it as well. But it was loud. It was like, and you know, that sounds, you know, for people who maybe haven't worked with crystals or because I even have my decks of cards are the same way. They'll just be like, they're like, oh, I need to pull a card from you today, don't I? Because it'll just be, you know, something that I haven't even been thinking about, and all of a sudden it'll be like, go pick up that deck and pull a card. But it just happens,
Yeah.
and I've learned to listen. I used to question it and think, oh, it's just curiosity because you haven't looked at it for a while, or, you know, not with the crystals, it's just a color that caught your eye, and I wouldn't give it any credit for, you know, being guided to pick that up. But
Yeah.
it was color that caught my eye, but there was a reason behind it. There was also an energy behind it. So,
Yeah, well, you know what's fun to do is if you have a collection of crystals, to just pick one, you know, and leave it out, and throughout the day, you know, kind of ponder, why did that particular crystal call to me? You can also draw a tarot card or an oracle card, and then it's really funny. Before I go to bed at night, I take a look at it, and sometimes, you know, the message is definitely crystal clear. You know,
yeah.
not to, there's a
Yeah,
you know, it's, you know, it's
exactly.
funny in language. You know, our words are so powerful, and the words that we have in the language that we speak, they have so many deeper meanings. And it's very interesting that we use the word crystal clear. And crystal clear
Oh,
is when we get it.
yeah. Yeah. That, you know, I actually never thought of it that way because, you know, you always just think of crystal being a very clear, you know, piece of, well, frequently we think of glass, but put in
Well,
the terms of,
what they're interesting is they have such power. You know,
yeah,
you know, I once had a discussion with Mary Brown how, you know, if you think of all, I mean, well, crystals are what we use for timekeeping and communication in radios, in
right,
watches, and in computers. But what is really interesting is if you ever think about the history of precious stones, leaders and kings and queens and religious leaders, they always surrounded themselves, and they wore crystals, they wore gemstones.
mm-hmm. Yes,
So
yeah,
there's power in that bling. You know, it's
absolutely.
bling, but it's, yeah, yeah, yeah. So would you like for me to pull a card for you today, Charlotte?
Oh, you know, I would love it. I would
Okay.
love it. So I'm like kind of starting on a new, um, I've got to reach a goal before I can get my knees fixed, and it's a pretty hefty goal. Oh, sorry, dogs shaking their heads right in the phone. Anyway, I don't know if you could hear that, but that was his ears hitting my shoulders. um, anyway, it's daunting to me. It's like it's overwhelming, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. So if there's any kind of message that comes through about that, I would love it.
Okay. Well, the card that I got for you, with cards, is I have the Seven of Cups, And whenever I see that, I know that I'm talking to someone who is really good at manifesting, and they're thinking about a lot of things, but somehow what you have to work on is your trust, and trust in what you're choosing. So if you you need to you're creating all these ideas and things, but you need to pick one. I always say you got so many things in front of you. Now you need to pick one. That doesn't mean that the others, you can't come back to them, but pick one. Don't doubt yourself and go with it. And, just cross that bridge, because what I'm getting is there's a lot of movement coming up for you. I think that what you were talking about is going to be really helpful, and you're going to feel a lot better. You just have to, take that step. It's all about stepping.
I agree. And when you said about manifesting, I will say that I I was actually gifted by somebody who was to remain completely anonymous. I was gifted a 6-month pass to the rec center, which, offers all sorts of classes, including a water aerobics class, which is exactly what I need because my knees are in the condition they're in. Regular forms of, exercise.
Yeah, because you can manifest.
And I think I did manifest that because I'm like, okay, how am I going to do that? That's what I need to do, because that's going to be that'll be a big bonus if I can get that, if I can find a way to come up with the money for that. And then the next thing I know, somebody's gifted me the time that I need there at the rec center. So pretty amazing.
That's perfect.
Put it out there in the universe.
That's amazing. Hello, angels. Hello, universe. So when are you going to be starting that course? When are you going to be starting that?
Tomorrow.
Awesome. Well, you're going to love it. You're going to love it, and I can't wait to hear about it. So I'm looking forward to hearing all about it, but it's a good move. And, and you're going to, what it is, I see there's going to be tremendous healing involved with it, too. So you're going to move forward. So I can't wait to hear about it, Charlotte. Thanks for calling in.
Well, thanks for taking my call and for the chat and for all the beautiful energy that you put out. And, I say this every time I talk to you, but you send so much love out.
Oh, thank you. You too, my dear.
Through this platform. Can you imagine how many people you actually touch? Because, I will double my efforts now to make sure that anybody that I come in contact with today, make sure that they feel loved and appreciated. Well, and if not loved, loved as a human being, I guess, but, including, the checker at the grocery store or whatever. It's a ripple in the pond effect, and it's
exactly.
It's beautiful. Your shows are beautiful that way. So thank you so much.
Well, I want to thank you. And I'm going to put you back in the line. And what I need to do is go to, I got to tell people about what else is coming up on the Psychic Talk Radio Network. So everybody, I'm glad if you're listening to this program that I want to let you know that we have even more shows, and you want to keep coming back to the Psychic Talk Radio Network. And I want to let you know what's coming up this week, because we have tons of really wonderful shows. Now, Right now, most of our shows are on at the same time, wherever you might be in the world. So most of them will be going on at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're on the other side of the pond in London, they're going to be going on at 7 p.m. And the show that we have going on tomorrow is one of my favorites, and that is the Wisdom of the Soul show with host Janice Fuchs. So I invite you to tune into that show. Now, we do have one show that the time is a little bit different, so it's going to be going on at 7 p.m. Pacific. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and that is a wonderful show with Catherine Hahn. It's not called a show. She calls it the Compassionate Light and Healing and Guidance Hour. And she's going to be talking about the basics, the psychic senses, and how to work with them. And like me, you can also call in and talk to Catherine, and she offers free on-the-air guidance. Okay, then let me let you know about what's coming up this Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and it's going to be a really extra special show. I know I'm going to be listening in. It's going to be for the network, the 700th episode, and we're going to have the Doctors Are In show with Dr. Rose Wilkerson and Dr. Dax Carlisle. And they're going to be talking about the fact that it's the 700th episode, and 7 is the magic number. I keep drawing cards that are number 7, which I think is kind of amazing, but then I should know with all this numerology is a real thing. And they also do life coaching and free tarot mini readings. And the next Saturday, April the 3rd, at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, the show that's going to be on is There's a Rock for That, and that's going to be with host Mary Brown. And she's going to be doing crystal mini readings, and it looks like she always has a crystal on that she's going to be talking about as a special crystal guest, and she's going to be talking about tektites, which I think is a really cool rock because I think it's from outer space. Okay, and I just want to remind you that I will be back on the air on, I'm always on the 2nd and the 4th of each month. So I'll be back on the 2nd Sunday, and that's going to be on April the 11th. And, of course, I'll be doing open lines, angel Reiki, and tarot mini readings all show long. But I'm going to also have a really special guest. On this episode, I'll be talking with the creator of the Divine Hand Palmistry, and that will be with a really awesome person, my friend, the James Divine. And he has a whole school of reading palms. So that's going to be a fun show. So please come back and mark that down on your calendar. Okay, I am going to try to take a few more calls. So let me see who I can call on and see who is waiting in line. So I'm going to go with area code 210. Caller with the area code 210, you're live on the air. What is your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
I'm Carol from Texas. Can you hear me?
Texas? I hear you.
Hello?
Hello. Are you enjoying our show?
I am.
Do you work with angels?
Angelic readings. I do.
Do you have a particular angel that you work with?
I do not.
Well, we'll make sure that when we finish this call that you have an angel to work with. We were
Yeah, I
talking a
love
lot
that.
about color. And is there like a color that is popping into your mind right now?
Violet.
What color was that?
Violet. Violet.
Violet? Okay,
Yes.
well, with that color, that's the color of for the third eye and for intuition. So one archangel that you might want to start doing research on is Archangel Zachiel, because he's all about magic and being psychic, particularly clairaudience. And, clairaudience is when you kind of hear a voice in your head. And that's who Archangel Zachiel is. So that's one angel that I want you to go online and do some research on. The name is spelled Zadkiel. And work with that energy. And I see that you are highly psychic. And like most of the people who have been calling in today, you are also a healer. And you're able to manifest, like what you think about, you're able to create. So you want to think about only creating beautiful thoughts, because that's what you bring into your life. And as far as what I'm picking up, yeah, you're at a turning point in your life. It's a new cycle that will be beginning for you. And that cycle is going to bring you much success. You're going to find an audience for that. So very powerful things are happening for you, very powerful changes. And what you want to do is embrace those changes, because it's only through change that we are able to create, and to certainly work with the energy of the full moon tonight. But yes, I'm getting confirmation that it's definitely Archangel Zachiel for you, with his beautiful violet light.
And how can I use him to my greatest advantage, or how can he use me to their greatest advantage?
Okay. Well, as I said, you want to find out all about what Zachiel can offer you. As I said, his color is a beautiful, almost like an amethyst color. So if you work with crystals and, gemstones, you want to get like a piece of the color stone, which is amethyst. And one thing that I tell people, if you can't go out and get that particular stone, go on your computer and look at pictures of amethyst. And if you can print out the picture, the picture will work too. Cut out the picture and then put it in your wallet. And, work with Zachiel. And, one of the things that he is saying to me is the word compassion, and that you need to release any doubts or fears from your heart. And you need to, if there's anyone you need to forgive them, and that includes also yourself. And once you do that, so much good things are going to flow into your life.
That makes sense. I actually have a nice amethyst stone that's wire wrapped in a necklace. I love it.
Yeah, well, you need to. Are you wearing it?
No.
Okay, you need to start wearing it, particularly if it's already a wired wrap. I mean, you don't have to put it on. You know, some people think, oh, I've got to go out and put it on, buy a necklace to put it on. I like just getting, I work a lot with, string. So, pick just put it on a string and tie it around your neck, and it's going to have so much power. You don't have to put it on a gold chain, but, there's a lot of power there for you. And you need, when I sign off with the show, I'll be talking about how to step into your personal power. My dear, I hope that helps. I'm so glad that you called in. And I'm going to put you back in the queue. I'm going to be wishing you lots of love. And I'm going to try to take one more call before I sign off.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, well, I am signing off to go to the next call. The next call is area code 415. What is your name and where are you calling from? You're live on the air. Hi.
Thank you. Hi, Jessica from New Jersey.
Hi, Jessica from New Jersey. Thank you for calling in. It's so great to have your energy today in the group.
Thank you.
Do you work with angels?
I work with everybody. That's a highlight. Yeah.
So is there something in particular that you want to talk about? Is there a message? Do you want me to draw some cards for you? Just let me know.
I'm curious what you're picking up related to my career. I have been persistent on reaching a certain demographic. It's been for a year now, and I just keep asking the angels to, I want to start getting hired to do the teachings that I do, to have that popularity and the money flow in from this and just really, get it going, really for it to start happening. I've been marketing it for a while.
Okay. Well, I do see that you've been really waiting patiently. You've been doing the work and just waiting for the right moment to step into things. So what I do is what I see is it's definitely going to be opening up for you. Okay, you went through a period where you were doing the work, but you were also planting the seeds for this to happen. And it's going to definitely, I see it happening. What you need to do as far as moving forward is you just have to let go of any fears that you might have. So if there's anything that you are, if you have a fear there, you can't, you don't want to, you don't want to bring that into the new thing that you're creating. But you've done the work. You're ready. I'm getting all the signs that you're ready, and you just need to, take kind of a leap of faith and trust and believe in yourself. And I was talking earlier about Archangel Shamuel, and that's the wonderful archangel that helps us to find things. So I think to find that audience, that is the archangel that you need to work with. So Shamuel, some people see his color as being like a beautiful light green. Some people see it as being pink in color. And I always kind of, in your case, what I'm getting is an image of a beautiful white dove. And you have to picture Archangel Shamuel as this beautiful white dove that you're releasing and sending out to the world. And, to bring in that audience that you are here to work with, because there is definitely an audience out there, an audience that can tap into everything that you have been studying and you want to bring to the world as far as your life mission. So there shouldn't be any doubt in your mind that you're on that path.
Yeah, I think that what
clarify?
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I'll do that. Because that's what's in my mind all the time. Like, bring this audience to me. I'm ready for this. I go into sort of annoyance because I like how you said, like, I've been planting the seeds. That's right. I have been planting these seeds, and I'm excited to see them blossom. I mean, it is springtime, So, so that would be a beautiful gift. I mean, what should I say? I'll ask Shamuel to just bring that audience to me because I want it. I have been looking out and looking. I don't want to look anymore. I just want them to come to me. I think that's the reversal.
Well, I think, things are going to be showing up. And use, just picture that you're sending out these beautiful doves with your mission and the peace that you want to bring to the world. And I also am getting this beautiful picture that the reason that it's taken so long is you're growing wings too. And the angels are saying that you need to spread your wings, and the timing, you were waiting for the right timing to spread your wings. And the timing is perfect now for you to soar and go forth with your gift and create a legacy, because you're creating a legacy for your life and your life mission. So it's going to happen. Do not doubt
it. Oh my
it.
God, that's beautiful. You gave me chills when you said that legacy. That is speaking straight to everything that I know. I know it, and it's always good to hear it, but I love that. A lot of what has been told to me also is like I've been waiting for people to be ready to, to connect with my teachings, and it does, it's funny because when we say like the time is right now, the time was right several months ago also, but I've really developed over the year. I mean, I'm grateful for all the experiences. I want to be connecting, I want to be connecting with the people, and engaging with them and having that gratitude. And, when you put so much energy out, it's like, yeah, bring it back to me now. Let's go. That's how I feel. So I love the visual of the dove. I'll do that because I do a lot of visual.
Yeah, just release it. Yeah, just release that dove. And, look for the signs. And this quiet period you've gone through is not a waste of time. I always, like right now, everyone has, it's kind of like, everyone's gone back into the womb to develop and be reborn. And that's, that's kind of what spring is about. We've been, like seeds and waiting to burst forth. I'm getting all these images of, everyone, like the flowers are coming up and the crocuses are coming up and the tulips. We've all, during these past few months, we've all been sleeping, and there's just going to be, coming soon, it's just going to be such a bursting forth of such a beautiful energy. I can't wait to see all of the beautiful flowers that are going to be coming up. And the beautiful flowers is everybody, the whole world.
Oh, that's beautiful. What am I supposed to do about the addiction that I have to posting on social media? Because I keep getting the message to back away from that and not post as much, but I see something and then I want to put it out there. It's related to
Well,
this because I just want to
okay.
focus on my own stuff.
Yeah. Well, social media, I think when Charlotte called in, we talked a little bit about that. You know, we live in the world of social media. There's communications that are coming in from everywhere. And there's kind of an explosion of information. And one of the things that I find that I have to do is we have to be discerning to make sure when you read a message that comes in or, you know, is to ask yourself, is that coming from love or is that coming from fear? And when we post on, you know, social media, I always, before I send it out there, you know, it's kind of like, it's funny, like I'm getting all these metaphors for, you know, sending out doves and birds. That's what social media is. You know, you click on it and boom, you know, that dove flies out. So I kind of, before I click on that send button, I go, is that coming from love or is that coming from fear? And I do the same thing when I'm reading something. I go, how should I interpret this? And, you know, where is the love that is there? And, you know, we don't want to put out anything where there's fear in there. And the other thing that we need to get a balance on is we need to bring everybody together. You know, how can this message that's going out there bring everyone together that's not going to divide? And gosh, if we can do that, what a big audience we can, you know, we have to create a family, someplace where people feel love and safe. And you can do that with your social media. You know, create that world of love.
So you're not picking up that I have like sort of an addiction or that I should lay off of it as much as I've been posting?
Well, let me just see. Okay. What do you know, I mean, I'm not telling you to stop posting, but like I said, just make sure that it's always coming from a loving place. You know, are you getting people, how are people responding to your posts? Are they sending you hearts and love?
Well, a lot of the stuff that I post is about like awakening people, and I do it on LinkedIn, so people don't interact as much. Sometimes people are asking for more information. Other times, like I feel like people just watch, you know, like I think they just read it. I mean, part of me thinks that I'm just doing it as like sort of to help humanity, sort of wake people up. But it also is like related to what I'm teaching.
Well, you are a teacher. You are a communicator. As I said, you just want to make sure that, you know, everything I try to, like, for every post that I do that's about teaching, I like to put up something that's lighthearted too. You know, something that's funny, something that makes people feel good. And, you know, doing that is a great way to attract your audience.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. I love the image about the doves, and I'm going to work with Shamuel. So that's a new angel for me to call on.
Yeah, I want to make sure that you have the correct spelling of the name. So, you know, we have one good thing about social media is you can go on it. So it's Archangel, and it's spelled C as in cat, H-A-M-U-L. And the message that as I was spelling the name, he will help you find your life purpose, why you're here in this life, and he will help you trigger a blessed career change. So he's standing by to help you, my dear. So you've got a lot of great energy out there. And thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Have a blessed day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Have a blessed day, and the universe loves you.
Thank you.
So, everybody, oh my goodness, we've had so much fun today. It is time that we start to wrap up our show and let you get back to enjoying your Sunday. So, my listeners, I want to let you know that I will be back on Sunday, April 11th. And I have a real special show. I have a very special guest, James Devine. He is a palm reader as well as a psychic and tarot reader. So we're going to be talking about how he brings magic into his life. And he's also the founder of the Divine Hand Method of Palmistry. So I'll be back on April the 11th. And I just want to remind you that I am your magic mama. I like to think of myself as being kind of a fairy godmother. I hope that I have given you ideas and tools that will transform you into the Cinderellas that all of you are. I just keep getting I get the picture of the fairy godmother with her magic wand. And I want to thank each one of you for joining me today. And I'm just kind of like picking out the word that came to mind is the word speak. And today, it seems like we've been talking a lot about social media and talking to people. So remember that the words that you speak have such tremendous power. When we speak, we do what's known as, we put letters together, and it's called spelling. You've heard the thing about magic spells. So you want to always say to yourself that you are strong, that you are confident, and that you're magical, that you are enough, and that you are beautiful, and that you deserve the best, and you deserve love. And you want to tell people the same thing, that when you look at people, you want to tell them just how beautiful they are and how wonderful they are. You know why? Because everything is energy, including the magical universe that we live in. You want to pay attention to that energy and those feelings and those colors and all of those things that are coming to you. And most of all, you want to keep your focus always on what is positive, everything that is love, everything that is beauty, everything that brings love to this world. Because guess what? We live in a magical universe. So I want you to keep your energy high. You want to bring laughter and joy to your life. And when you do that, you will step into your power and you will awaken your magic. So folks, until we meet again on Sunday, April the 11th, I am wishing each one of you love, countless blessings, and high vibrations. I want you to know that I love each one of you. Bye for now. Bye-bye.